When I first started DJing, I think it's always got easier with age because, the type of epilepsy I had develops in your teens. So I was about 15 when I got it. And, at that age, you just want to go out and party and stay awake all night like all your friends. And I was always like the weird kid. I always felt like the weird kid that didn't really fit in because I always had this sort of devil-like feeling kind of niggling it, my brain that was like, you need to take your medication, you need to get sleep. I couldn't just sleep on the floor or sleep on someone's sofa after a house party and, think I might not get very good sleep. I had to go home and make sure that I was in a good environment to get my sleep, because if I didn't have enough sleep, I'd get sick. If I got stressed, I'd get sick. And I think one of the hard things with epilepsy is that you don't see it. So when we can't see things, often we don't understand them. But just because we can't see them doesn't mean that, they're not there and people aren't struggling with them massively, within themselves. And I think being a teenager was pretty hard. I just wanted to go to music festivals and, party and stay up all night. And it was pretty challenging. And then I think becoming a DJ, when I first became a DJ, I was like, it almost gave me more fight, because I was just like, I don't want to let this define me, so I want to push myself even harder than I probably should, because I want to prove to myself that I can not be that. And the ironic part is I probably chose the most inappropriate job ever. Like an epileptic DJ, you have to kind of laugh about it. It's quite funny. Late nights, spending my life on an airplane, being anxious and stressed and not getting enough sleep. But I think it gives it more color, the story. It makes it a little bit more fun and interesting. And that's really where I'm at with it. It's like, I want to be an advocate for epilepsy and stand up and say, I'm a DJ and I'm epileptic, and I didn't let that define me. In fact, that probably is what, drove me even more. But I think, a lot of it is about using our weaknesses and turning them into strengths. But I'm trying to do it in a way that's light and positive and fun. And it's not to say, this is my sob story, poor me, I'm epileptic and my sister has it really badly. It's more that, I see it as a gift, because I think it's given me more sensitivity to understand other people's situations, with whatever they struggle with. It's given me more of a heightened sensitivity to other people's suffering and to just understanding that you never know what anyone else is going through. I didn't tell anyone that I was epileptic for the first few years, probably because I was scared and fearful that I might be judged, or that people think I was weird, or that I'd stick out and be different, and it would be that same feeling that I'd felt as a kid again. So my way of dealing with it was just by sort of putting it under the mat. But then I'd find myself in scenarios where I'd get on an airplane and I'd go to a job and I hadn't slept or something like that, and I couldn't really do my job because I was so frightened of having a seizure. And so I think I learned with time that, when you can talk about something, when you can share your weakness with someone, it actually makes you feel more empowered, and it gives them space to feel like they can be vulnerable. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts in life, is being vulnerable. And I found that through my journey, that the more I've shown my real self and the more that I speak authentically about something that actually means something to me, the more empowered I am and the more impact I can have on other people's lives. And that's part of why I started to do it.